Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Enjoy the dramatic entrance of the flickering camera when we come in. I actually kind of like it in a weird kind of way, so I think we'll keep that. It's actually just because I have my, since I have two different sources that use the same camera, they need to deactivate when not showing, and it only activates when I actually pop in here, so. There's probably some way to fix that, like maybe if I go into studio mode or something, and were to do it that way, maybe it would work, but I'll test that out later. Anyway, welcome. Modstream. Here we are. Before we get into it, let's talk about some content. Some content I have for you. You can check it out. I always like to do this at the beginning of the streams because there's an off chance that somebody out there will... this is the wrong one. There we go. Somebody out there will not have seen some of the content that I put out. So first of all, Hammer Meat Anvil with Rizzle. This guy's responsible for some tweaks on the map Engage, which is a fan favorite amongst Fraud Nighters. He's also responsible for Basalt, which is my personal favorite map in the Exotic Places contest that took place last year. So you might remember I did a map analysis on that in this channel. I may have done one on the updated version of this map on this channel, the Semi-Pro channel. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good interview. Obviously, one of my longer ones for mappers. We get into a pretty good flow. Some pretty cool questions, pretty cool topics. Check it out. So you can search that up or whatever. Otherwise, started my inconsummate journey as a birthday present to Veek. So you can check this out if you haven't seen it already. I imagine most people probably have. And then otherwise, Crowpels are continuing. So far, we're on a daily grind. We'll see how long that goes. All right, content plug over. Let's talk about HYDRA. So iQuire was able to send me some stuff that, in theory, I should be able to take at least one more thing off of this list, which is the uninterruption status. I'm going to go check that out right now. And we're going to see if that works. So if this works as intended, I should not be able to... Okay, cool. Seems to work. That might actually be a little too long. I'm not sure. But so if we do it something like 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel like that was not quite how long it usually is. But yeah, okay. So it does seem to be working. I might, as a result of that, dock the cost of recall. Like reduce it. But I'm not sure. But yeah, okay, so that is indeed there. So what we need to do now, I'm not sure if this was part of it. I should actually go and double check that. Now that I think about it. There's like one other thing related to recall. Okay, it's definitely still there. So we just need to handle the exit animation separately from the entrance animation. And obviously the stasis field rework is still there for arbiters, but that's going to be a long time coming. I'm going to do some animations to start us off here today. And the bulk of the work is going to be setting up the initial PSD document for morphing into the cocoon. And so at first I'm going to do the Nathrokor because that's like the one that will be morphed the most often. After that, I'll do the Overlord. And then we'll only have the Irilith cocoon animation and the Othsteleth birth animation. I'm not sure if I'll tackle both of those or either of those today on this stream because I do also really need to get working on AI. But I do want to get at least the Nathrokor and Overlord animations taken care of because if I can do that, then that will be like that'll cover most of the animations. The Irilith and Othsteleth are the same thing, basically, because the Irilith only mutates if it's mutating into an Othsteleth. So that's the only reason why there would be an animation there. So if I can do one and not the other, it makes more sense to focus that efforts on somewhere else. I also want to get more voice acting done, but I don't know when I'll be able to do that. And I want to get more sound effects work done, which means trolling through a whole host of sound files. So we can take a look at doing that a little bit later on. But first I want to get the animations taken care of, and then I'll take a look at what sounds I might be able to use for a couple of different things. The Penumbra actually does still need some work. It's not fully operational right now. Like the the passive that it currently has is kind of whack. And that's actually something that I think I reworked in this context, but it's not implemented yet. So the Calculeth is marked as implemented. There was something else that I felt like that should have been marked as implemented, but was not yet. Star Sovereign and Augur and Gladius are correctly notated. Oh yeah, actually the architect behavior is also on this list. I forgot about the architect because I actually just added it basically. But yeah, Augur behavior is still not full. Oh yeah, the Augur also needs to be, so Augur, missile on death behavior. And it also needs to morph correctly. Morph bug fix. I can change the AI thing and this. Okay. So I should mark the arbiter stuff correctly. And then I'll take a look at the Terran side of things as well, because I'm pretty sure there's something there that also should have been marked, but was not. I think the 200 HP shield is the hard-coded behavior, so this should be marked as implemented. Penumbra, otherwise, is the only thing that's missing stuff. Ion Cannon isn't implemented yet, but actually it's funny that I just scrolled past that because it actually ends up working out. We are getting an updated graphic. DF is working on it, more or less as we speak. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna change something about, there's a, this was supposed to be marked as DS Blue. Okay. All right, I think we're more or less up to date on the documentation, so now we can get down to business here. Let's go in and do, wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that's the start of the other one. Okay. So I don't actually know what the whole process is exactly of doing this, handling this process here. But, oh. Wait, how did that even happen? Oh, it was 9. It's supposed to be 9 to 14. All right, let's get our dimensions in order here. 768 divided by 8 is 96. I'm not sure if that will fit all of the units that I have to handle, but Okay. This actually should be easy, I feel like. Just need to contort a Nathrokor for pretty much just a couple of frames. Like the first frame, second, a little bit, third, a little bit more, fourth. Mostly it's hidden, I feel like, you know? So to the point that I feel like I can probably just hide most of the muta-specific pixels. And then contort it based on whatever else I feel like is warranted. But it pretty quickly devolves, or cocoons or whatever, into the cocoon itself, so. I know it doesn't look like I'm leaving behind much here, but I'll be able to goop it up after the fact. I was looking at the Ultralisk animation a little bit ago and feel like I probably could have done a little bit of a stronger job on it, but there's always ways for it to be updated in the future, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay, so we'll call that the cocoon base cocoon. All right, so now we can jump in here. HYDRA Zerg, Nathrokor. I don't remember if... Well, I guess I'll just take a look at this. That looks to me like it's direction 15 or 14. So I guess we'll copy that for now. Because I don't remember if it's possible for me to change which direction they face. I vaguely recall it being possible, but I don't really feel like figuring that one out, you know? Apparently we're missing some pixels here. All right. Make a copy of this. Now, I know that there are 11 and 11, so as long as it's centered, we should be good here. So 23 is our magic number. And then if we check the height difference, we have 6 and 6. So that's 28, basically where it was. All right. Just had to make sure that we were centered there. Say left wing. Right wing. If I could rename the image. Tail. Head. As body. All right, so this is all frame 1. Bring it down here. Frame 2. Going 96 over. I think I'll go 2 more over because we need to kind of push it in the direction, excuse me, of the area we need to go in, so. Really not a whole lot of room to edit the image, honestly. It's fine by me. And again, I'll like clean up stuff and add a little bit of smaller details as time goes on. I think we can pretty much just keep it the way it is here and then hide more and more of it behind whatever our overlay ends up being. Definitely feels like we're missing a frame in the middle there. But let's see how this works out, because this obviously didn't take too long to do, so if we have to change anything, we should be able to do so easily. One, two, three, four, five, six. Maybe it shouldn't have been shrunken in, I don't know. But it looks alright, I think, initially. Let's see it in game, obviously. Let's take a look at... Okay. If it's 23, I need to set up a custom animation now. Oh wait, it was Guardian Cocoon. Okay, so there is no sig order for the initial morph. I wonder if I can just add stuff in here. So I don't know if there's like a unit ID. Like I don't know if this is restricted to only work for one set, basically. I don't know what the deal is going to be for that. But we'll try that and see how it goes. Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna need to add the new cocoon graphic, which I haven't even compiled just yet. We know we've got 29 frames for this. Oh. There was already something customized about the cocoon. I don't know what it was, though. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, of course, as the Gorgoleth birth animation. I think this was by mistake, though. Like, I don't think it's actually... Yeah, it's not actually used. Well, we have it as a backup if we need it, but I don't think we're going to. What do you mean, Guardian? Oh, it's... Okay. Try that one. It actually does seem to be working, the animation-wise. And it's aligned correctly. I do think that the last couple of frames could be done a lot better, though. Like, maybe the two preceding the final frame could be done better. So let's do that, and then we'll do the Overlord one. Yeah, I think that should be fine. All right. I should be able to reuse some of the bits and pieces from the what would you call it? The birth animation for the Overlord. Was it 6? Yeah. Although, of course, oops. I might as well have this open anyway, because I'm going to have to re-add it once I get the Overlord one in there. Looks like maybe the Overlord one is fine to be in that other frame, that other direction. Now, bearing in mind, again, I need to figure out, we've got 7 from the bottom, or 7 from the top, 9 from the bottom. We've got 19 on one side and 13 on the other. Okay. So, why? I don't even know what to make of that, actually. I guess I can just canvas it out to 96. That makes it 25 to the right and 19 to the left, which means I could probably just move this over twice to make it 25. And then 13 from the top and 15 from the bottom. Okay. All right, so now we've got our Overlord. Make a copy. Frame 1, frames. Let's grab this. Yeah, I don't actually like that at all. Let's just take that and sort of suck it in, I think. Frame 2. Move it over 96. Again, pushing it over just a couple pixels on either side, or a couple pixels to the right with each animation until I feel like it's centered a bit better. Actually, let's do... If I bring this over by 98... Okay. We're getting there, I think. Brutalized Overlord. Thankfully, this stuff ended up being much easier than initially expected. Okay. Let's try that on for size. Didn't end up using Zov Birth after all. It's a little weird, a little whack. I might try... For example, something like that. So we get a little bit more of an angular approach. It's not really that much of a change, but... A little bit better. We'll try it in game now. 35 frames. Now in GPTP we need to check... Oh, wait. Jump in here, and this is using the almost build thing. All right, we should have the fully functional Overlord animation now, both in the... Well, one way. It's not going to work when I cancel it, unfortunately. Still don't know exactly where that animation is defined. It must be defined somewhere, but I'm not immediately... Not really sure what's going on with the shadow there. It appears to be that last animation, I think. Oh, it's not a shadow. I know exactly what that is. That's that weird, whatever this is. I don't know why that existed as an issue, per se. But yeah, fixed now. Basically, the problem was, oh, there's still like one floating pixel. But yeah, there was like a bunch of random shit going on there. I don't know why. Close that. All right, so I think we're good to go here. We've done the mutations. I've done the mutation animations, rather. We are down to just 2 animations left for those Zerg units, the ones that we have, anyway. And those are the Othsteleth and the Irolith. Those can be done a little bit later on. I'm not really sure what I needed to do to these sounds, but some of them sound a little bit quieter than the other ones do. I'm not really sure what's up with that. I guess they're the same volume. On another listen. Okay, so let's hop in here again, and we're going to figure out what units still need a sound effect. I think for sure some of the Zerg ones do, but let's target the low-hanging fruit for now. We do need a missile launch sound for the Centaur. Okay. So we need 2 sets of missile launch sounds. Well, I guess we need some for the Madrigal as well, right? So 3 sets of missile launch sounds. We need a flat cannon sound for the Cyclops. We need a couple of other things. Actually, this one that I just haphazardly started listening to might do the trick. I'm gonna have the volume turned down a little bit here. These are supposed to play in quick succession. But I feel like that could work anyway. Sounds a little too fucked up. That sounds a little too overdriven for what I'm looking for. I feel like that might actually end up working for the Penumbra, but I'm not sure. The other issue is that you can never really know what this stuff is going to sound like until you actually pop it in and take a look, take a listen. Like if I copy this, right, and put it into a 22, very, very limited soundstage. Still sounds a little too powerful for what would be like a flat cannon or something more entry level. I could maybe see this as the... No, I don't know. I'm not really sure what this would work out for. Maybe for the Wyvern or something, if I wanted to replace the sound for that. But I can't imagine anything that I currently have, lying around. I think we'll close those for now. No, I'm not really sure what this one has like too much vibrato. So maybe if I undo my changes, right? And then I first start off with a rumble filter. That sounds a little bit more reasonable. But I feel like maybe I killed the part of the frequency there a little bit too much. So if I just do that part, that's probably a bit better. Then we don't kill the oomph as much, right? I feel like that could definitely work for the penumbra. Just needs a little bit of manual update. That's all. Funny how this is like a shotgun or something in whatever game this came from. It sounds super like overdriven to me. Like overstated power-wise. It might sound a little bit weaker for the stream goers because I do have the audio down in OBS just to avoid accidentally ear raping anybody but myself, but I kind of like those earlier versions that don't have nearly as much like shit going on. This is much more straight and to the point as far as a laser type railgun type thing is concerned, but my favorite gun sound in any game. That's a tough one, I feel like. I know there's some that I'm partial to just because I've heard them a lot. Like the Dragoon and launch attack sound in Brood War. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Because the other one that I would sort of think about is like the shotgun sound in Halo, the original Halo. Sounds very distinct. And they mostly kept it the same in the earlier games. And then obviously there's like the Deagle sound in CS is pretty satisfying. I do feel like, oddly enough, I know some people have nostalgia for the older CS:GO sounds, but they do sound very similar to each other in many cases. Like most of the pistol sounds sound pretty similar to each other, for example, in that back before they redid all the sounds. So I like that there's more like unique personality to the sounds on current in the current version of it, right? But I might have to composite a couple of these. See what they sound like. after I slap them in here. Sounds pretty lackluster currently. Doesn't really have the same kind of punch that I would want it to, even though the unit I'm targeting this sound for, in theory, would be kind of a weak early unit. I don't want their gun to sound very generic. Wait, what? Oh, this is the right one. Yeah, maybe that's what the real reason why people prefer them, huh? Dude, why do they always go to this fucking desktop? Alright, so we're pretty much not interested. Wait. Maybe I wanted... I forget if I already tested this one out. I don't think I did. Nope. Alright. Give that one a shot. Oh, this looks like a very well optimized sound. I can't believe how much they were already way too loud for, like, at the beginning, and then maybe I should be reducing their bass volume further before I do the equalizer, but it's pretty stupid. That is pretty tough, man. I think they were just fucked to begin with, honestly. Loudness war! Alright, we'll try that. Okay. Gotta add the sound entries, then we can actually hear him in game. So we're looking at all right, let's try that.
Go ahead, TACOM.
I definitely need a different read for its impact. But I don't think that sound's going to do it.
Systems functional. Jacked up and good to go. Outstanding. Give me something to shoot. Channel open.
The sound ended up being a little too quiet for my liking. Not really quite sure how it ended up being quieter. But I guess we can just buff it up. I'll have to see if that's too much or not enough. Maybe it'll be Goldilocks.
Channel open. Comlink online. Standing by. Channel open.
Still doesn't quite feel enough to me.
Go ahead, TACOM. Comlink online. Systems functional.
I like the other units slowly dying around it.
Systems functional. Channel open. Systems functional. Systems functional. Go ahead, TACOM.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure what I could do. Only so much you can do to the sound before it ends up hurting you. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to keep the originals around as well. I think other than that, we'll have to find something else for the Cyclops as well.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find a better one in the meantime, but... Nothing coming to mind for that one. Oh no, it's back to loading sounds really slowly. These might actually work as the Cyclops that I was just trying to get a sound for. Hey, they're not even peaking. What a fucking reality. If only they would just open up, you know what I'm saying? Zerg here, open up. Yeah, I like that one. It's always a good time when I'm finally to a position where I can feel like I am actually able to go hunting for sounds. Although I am kind of putting off the AI work, but whatever. All right, let's save all these, and then I'm going to pick the best 5. Because I don't think we need more than that, really. There's not really technically a downside or a file size concern when it comes to too many sound files. But I just feel like it's better to keep things somewhat reasonable. Alright, those will be my 5. I just have so many units. Alright, let's take a listen. I've actually been enjoying some ice cream now and then, but it's been keto ice
Systems
cream.
functional. Comlink online. Systems functional.
Executed. I feel like that's okay. That works out, generally. Oh yeah, we need death animations for units too. I forgot about that. Maybe we can try the lightning for the penumbra, since I wasn't really satisfied with the other one. I don't want really long tails on stuff if I can help it. Oh yeah, I'm going to be applying to be an analyst at an upcoming CSGO event. I don't actually know how well the application process will go. But I've got a pretty funny idea for my application. Since I have no experience with events previously, I basically just need to I got to come up with some sort of mock analysis desk segment where I pretend to be the host and the analyst. And then I just ask myself questions about basically like the same way that you would break down a team. You'd be like, so what do you think about this team or whatever, right? It'll be like that, but it'll be like, what do you think about you as an analyst? Why should we hire you? And I have to like break down my strengths and weaknesses and go into detail and like be animated about it. That's my current idea. Anyway, I don't know how that will work out yet, but we'll see what happens. I think it'll be pretty funny anyway. And even if I don't get it, at least I shot my shot, you know? It's not really something that I can comfortably say is within my wheelhouse, but all the more reason to do it, really. All right, let me go back to the first one here. Okay. We should be able to save this one as Penumbra at 01. Oops. Penumbra time. Hey.
Go ahead, TACOM. Channel open. Comlink online. Channel open. Comlink online. Channel open. Go ahead, TACOM. All crews report. Make it happen. Channel open. Comlink online.
Probably would sound better if it wasn't getting interrupted by that other thing the whole time. Yeah, I only have what I can pull out here for the
Comlink online.
animation, but I do agree that there should be a muzzle flash. Obviously, I don't have the fucking model lying around, so I can't exactly get the dildo to be longer, but I do have to fix the shadow at some point. If it were it up to me, it would look completely differently. Unfortunately, we just gotta deal with that. I don't know what the fuck that sound is, but okay. Other missiles. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I gave it a really high quality sound, but I can't really find anything that's any... it might just be that I'm not listening to it with game audio up high enough. But who knows? Oops. I feel like that works out all right. Of course, I'm going to have to redo this as 22.5 and then like just reprocess these as mono 22.5, but other than that, they should be good to just be popped in, I think. Yeah, we can... Okay, now we can just add these. Excuse me. So 1204 to 1207 it looks like.
All crews reporting. Take it slow. Set a course. Engage. Set a course. Engage. Set a course. Receiving transmission.
I'm thinking we probably want to jump into this. We probably want to make like a silent version of the siege tank explosion, since I'm using that as a placeholder for so many different weapons. And I can give that silent version to not only the Centaur's ground weapon, but the Penumbra's weapon. That should fix that issue, I think. I just need to jump into... Do I have a... I'm surprised I don't have a unit stat or anything like that. Jump in here. Okay. Oops. Now I've just got to find out the weapon ID for the Centaur and the Penumbra, and then we should be good there. Looks like 23. And then the Penumbra is the same deal, except it's whatever. That weapon is 39. The only other thing that I would imagine would be potentially useful for that is The Cyclops has that behavior where it spawns that same graphic. So.
Comlink online. Receiving transmission. Take it slow. Engage. Take it slow. Engage. Take it slow. Systems functional.
I feel like somehow the Centaur's Centaur's stuff is the same thing as the Penumbra. But the Centaur does sound better now. I must have just accidentally used the same thing. TBH. Okay. Gonna take a short break. There's not really that much more for me to do before I sign off for the night because it's been a day of content and I am quite tired, but I'll continue looking for some sound files when I get back. I just need to use the bathroom. So, BRB. Okay, I'm back. I'm not really sure what I should do. Okay, maybe it'll be workable with the magical. I just realized it probably is. Because I was thinking that because it fires off multiple attacks at the same time sometimes, I was really hoping that that didn't scale. You know what I mean? So this will be like the weaker fire, the crowd controller or whatever, like the multi-target basically. That'll be what that is, I think. And then we can worry about the secondary fire. They're after me, boys. When I figure out what my bail is, I hope I'll get it in donations. Oh, never mind. This is a fire engine. Okay. Okay. All right, so the only thing that I can think of here is that I don't actually have a specific, a different attack animation. So I guess I could like plug in like an unused 2 or a special state 1. And then copy this. Right. And then we can worry about that stuff there. 1208. So here we'll use this fire sound, and then we'll just have to add in something that changes when and plays like the alternate fire sound, basically. Let's see how that sounds in game, and then we'll go back to finding some other stuff.
What?
I forgot that I didn't overwrite the missile same way that I thought I did before. Oh, maybe I did for the other kind, though. So that might not play any sound.
What?
What the fuck?
Should work. All right then. About time. Receiving transmission.
The fuck?
All right then.
What is that bug?
Make up your mind. I've got all day.
I don't know about that one. So that sounds like maybe I have the wrong weapon in here. Or I have the wrong flingy override, maybe? Let's take a look. Madrigal. Weapon, flingy, 22-203. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 303. That's what happened. Alright. That's funny.
Make up your mind. Decide action. Should work. All right then. About time. Should work. Decisive action. About time. What? Should work. All right. About time. Should work. About time. Should work. All right then. Should work.
Maybe this missile needs a longer cooldown or something. What else? So we kind of need, maybe we need a silenced long bolt missile if we're going to use that for now. So this is that. This is, what the fuck was I just? Long bolt missile silent. Not exactly a feat for me to stop remembering what I'm trying to do in the middle of stuff, but I do know that that means it's time for bed almost. So. Oh, it's duplicate.
I haven't got all day. About time. Should work. Decisive action. Should work.
Destroyed.
About time. Decisive action. What? Should work. Alright then. About time.
Utterly annihilated.
Well. Decisive action. Alright then. Decisive action. Alright. About time. Decisive action. Should work. Decisive action. About time. Decisive action. Should work. About time. Make up your mind. About time. Alright then.
Pretty
About
useful unit,
time.
TBH. I just like the idea of it running in and doing drive-bys on workers or whatever. It's pretty good, I feel like.
I haven't got it. All right then. About time. Decisive action. All right then. About time. Decisive
That
action.
didn't really help. I was trying to get rid of that issue. I don't remember what stat disproportionately affects that whole fucking bug.
What? Should work. All right then. About time. Decisive action. About time. All right. Should work. Decisive action. Should work. All right then. Decisive action. About time.
I guess it's rare enough that it doesn't matter that much, but it's pretty
Decisive
annoying.
action. What? All right. About time. Should work. All right. Well. All right then.
All right, well, it's not so bad, I guess. I know we need burst lasers for the... Well, we need some sort of laser battery for the Gorgon. We need a melee attack for the Wendigo. We need... we need some sort of Gatling gun sound for the... Or some sort of auto gun for the Madcap. It's going to be a little tricky. Oh, I guess I had earmarked this stuff for the Penumbra specifically. I might as well take a look at it. I do have a better feeling about this than the last couple, so I guess I should have just looked in that folder earlier. Oops, that's not quite the key I meant to push there. Alright, well, one of these sounds is the same, since I accidentally didn't close one or something. Let's try that one.
Go ahead, TACOM. Channel open. Systems functional.
Maybe this is one where I should make it so that the sounds are normalized to 0 instead. Maybe that's fine for these in-game sounds. I just don't want to contribute to the loudness war, you know what I mean? At least that's not like a destructive edit, though.
Systems functional. Channel open. Finally. Systems functional. Channel open. Systems functional online. Systems functional. Commander. Rocket. Online. I'm here. Systems functional. Jacked up and good to go. Systems functional.
It's okay, I guess. I think it does the job better than the sounds that we were using before, so... Yeah, the problem is we only have 8 sound channels in Brood War, so I can't really do anything fancy like that. If I wasn't limited in the same way, I wouldn't be like... For example, you have to have them be 22 kilohertz. That's the highest frequency you can have for without some bugs happening. So, like, there's a lot of limitations to how this game's audio engine is set up, and I would definitely love to revisit these sounds that I'm putting together right now and editing, and do them in a better version. Like, actually be able to use my skills as a, if you could call it, an audio engineer, actually be able to apply myself in that way. But I'm super limited in this engine, so it's just the way it's going right now, unfortunately. That's why I have like such short tails to all of the audio, for example. I have not actually played around with frequencies generally, though, so it would be an interesting experiment. Some of these do not sound very similar to each other. All right, let's. This I do not think is going to work out very well, but I really want to give it a shot anyway. I probably will need to shorten the sound file even more given how fast this unit is going to attack, but we'll see how it works. Oh, I thought you were talking about like kilohertz or something, not like how long the sound is. If I was gonna do some sort of effect like that, I would probably just reverb or delay it or something. But it would accomplish a similar thing to what you're talking about. I think it sounds cool, but it just sounds not very audible, which is kind of the main issue for me. It doesn't dominate the soundstage as much as I would like it to, and one way to do it would definitely be to have some sort of reverberating, lengthy effect, but Blizzard decided the magic number was 8. So 12, 11, 12, 15. Oh, 12, 12. Okay. Let's see how goofy this sounds. It might sound pretty cool, actually. I don't know, but we'll find out.
Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go. Let's move. Commander. Go, go, go.
Yeah, not quite sure that fits the profile of the unit.
Rock and roll.
But it was a good attempt. I don't know about that one. Let's keep looking. Guess we could try this if we shorten them enough. But I should probably go hunting for something that sounds a little bit more normal, for lack of a better term. A little bit more modern, as opposed to super sci-fi futuristic. Because it is meant to be similar to, like, a marine, in a way, so... But we'll try this one on for size, since I'm almost done editing them anyway. And... we'll see what they're all about.
Commander, rock and roll. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Standing by. Give me something to shoot.
Yeah. Apparently that animation's been broken for a while. It's a good thing I caught that. I feel like that sounds okay. It's a little higher pitched than maybe I initially expected it to be, but...
Standing by.
Good day, Commander. All crews reporting.
See you, nerd. Okay. I gotta make like corpses and stuff like that for all of those units eventually. That'll be another enjoyable thing towards the end of the polishing phase of all this stuff. Did I not successfully save this? Do I have 5 here? I don't know. Apparently I have it saved, so whatever. I think that's from Halo. That's what that sounds like to me. Yeah, this is all, well, it's not all of it, but some of it is definitely Halo stuff. It's a little epic over there with your fucking rifle sounds. I do have to wonder what kind of shit I'm gonna be using for the protest stuff, though.
Standing by. Locus acknowledged. It will be done. Chaos. Awaiting command. Contact. It will be done. Contact. It will be done.
Maybe I should give the exemplar sounds to the Gladius and then separate and like use one of these other ones for the for that one. That might work out better. Like that could definitely end up being something. Vassal. What if you came at the very end of the stream, you helpful man? How you doing, dude? Unsurprising. No, coppers. You actually. That still sounds pretty fucking powerful, man. I don't know. That must be like I'm trying to think of what else would use some sort of laser other than the exemplar. This is certainly too strong for that, for the exemplar, though. Yeah, we don't really have anything else. Magister's not warranting that either. Yeah, well... Yeah, I guess. It's just that it's attacking pretty quickly, so I don't know. It's a pretty long sound. That is, well, it is supposed to be like the capital ship, so... Oh, yeah, honestly, this might actually end up being what I used for the fucking Penumbra TBH. Because the one that I have currently is not, It was better than the other two things that I tried. I'm on 3 iterations now. But maybe this will be better. Yeah, because loudness war XD, of course. I was commenting on that earlier, like one of the pistol sounds is like a fucking cannon. It's like, what the hell? I don't understand it at all. But, you know, a lot of shit is overstated, I guess. Yeah.
Go ahead, tack on.
Still sounds so weak. Because of the volume difference, I guess. But pretty annoying.
Channel open.
Jacked up and good to go. Go, go, go.
I don't know, man. The, Marine still sounds stronger to me, but whatever. Maybe it'll grow on me. That's at least a little bit more immediately understandable. So. The other thing I wanted to try for the Penumbra is to actually immediately snap it to the far back animation so that it looks like it's been rocked back. I don't know if that will look good though.
Systems functional. Channel open.
Yeah, I think that actually looks okay. We just need a muzzle flash and maybe that'll look a little bit better. I feel like it sounds distinct enough in its current implementation, so. That actually might be useful as like a, I don't know, some sort of grenade or something. Wait, what? There's only 3 and 4 for 3D. Is this looks like it's the same format as the Planet Side stuff, if I'm not mistaken. From Planet Side 2. And we're looking at pistol. The fate of all fools. Vzz heavy. 3D shoot. Okay, I found him. I like that sound. Not sure what I'll use it for yet, but I like it, and I can use it for something. I just remembered I added vassal sounds, but haven't checked them out yet. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5. I think it was 5. Okay, it's 5. And then I need 1217. All right, let's look for Gladius. And then back to Exemplar. Can I use this for the Exemplar? Maybe. Not sure about that one. Dude, imagine using a pistol charge sound for a battle platform, by the way. Just think about that. Oh, honestly, maybe this could be the Star Sovereign, though. I actually like that better. In that case, imagine using a pistol sound for the literal flagship of the Protoss. Just saying. Imagine. Pistol, by the way. Yeah, I feel like the PlanetSide 2 ones are generally pretty flexible, which is nice. Aside from doing the Overlord birth cocoon animation and the Nathrokor cocoon animation, that's pretty much all I've done, aside from work on sounds. So it's been that and sounds. That's been it.
Awaiting command.
Oh. This should be its like Star Sovereign Special State 1 TBH. Oh. How many I feel like Sovereign. Okay, it is supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be 6 though, so I actually don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this. But I'll fix that or finish that animation later on. It's not that important right now. Birth emojis. Did I say birth emojis or did I say birth animation? I can't know off the top of my head.
Idea of service. At last. Awaiting command.
It does feel like it's lacking a lot of the, like, maybe bass or something.
Standing by. Awaiting command. It will be done. Shogun. Awaiting command. It will be done. Awaiting command.
Goodbye, Reavers.
Contact. Locus acknowledged. Chaos.
I need an attack animation first.
Locus acknowledged. Locus acknowledged. Standing by. Locus
The
acknowledged.
Exemplar is kind of weird because it feels like
Chaos. Chaos.
it feels like it has power behind it, but it also ends pretty quickly.
Shogun.
It should probably have like a hit sound effect, is what I'm thinking. It's just I really need to make sure that all of the sound effects like that are really short because it's impossible to like they always eat up so many sound sound channels, right? So especially when the unit attacks as quickly as they do.
Locus acknowledged. It will be done. Chaos. The idea of service. Awaiting command.
Didn't I set? I think I also added something else to the Terrans, but I don't remember. I guess not. I was probably just thinking of the.
Systems functional.
Yeah, I guess honestly that kind of grew on me, so I'm okay with that actually.
Systems functional.
System.
Bring me to her! Boots on the ground! Boots on the ground! We're moving! Boots on the ground! Reconning! Bring me to her! Boots on the ground! Bring me to her!
Bing, bing, ba, bing, 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 ba, bing, bing. Yeah, the Cyprian definitely could be shorter. I was thinking the same thing. Might even need to be shorter than it is. I'm making it right now. I think the Cyprian came out pretty well though. Like, fits
Bring
it.
me to him. Standing by, Commander. Boots on the ground. Standing by, Commander. Speaking truth to power.
It doesn't have that like tinny echoey bit at the end, which is nice since we're really trying to be punchy with things. So yeah. All in all, a pretty decent go of it. IMO. We'll say add several new sound effects. That's pretty much it. I already did the other commit with the animations. That's a classic. Well, I hope you remember in time to DM me at some point. I'm gonna kill the stream for now because I've been working on stuff for quite a while over here, and I'm ready to chill and sleep. Got to record another Crow Pill tomorrow. I don't know if you've been following that series. Pretty epic, TBH. Going on the 4th daily one. Oh, I've got to record a Dadcot today before I go to bed. And then I've got to record a Crow Pill tomorrow. Should be pretty good, though. Should be epic. Gonna record another Inconsummates video tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing anything else, though. Yeah, and it's not like I'm going anywhere either, so yeah, whenever you feel like it, just reach out via DM or whatever. But I'll catch you later on. Thanks again for sending all those sounds over, though. A lot of them were very useful, and I'll continue perusing through them all at my leisure tomorrow. I will try to bang out all of the AI stuff tomorrow and hopefully ship a patch by the end of the day. Even organizing the fucking, what's it called? The change log is going to be an entire Modstream's worth of effort, I feel like. Well, you also contribute by being a sounding board for design discussion and all that stuff, so that has not that is not forgotten, that is not overlooked. Always appreciative of that. And I feel like you usually have pretty decent feedback anyway, even if I don't necessarily agree with something that you might say. Knowing that somebody who is a living, breathing, thinking entity like yourself, and not some of the people that do provide feedback occasionally, where like I just can't use it. Like it's not useful at all. Like knowing that somebody whose opinion I respect in that way, who I know thinks about this stuff thoughtfully and considers it. When I get feedback from people like that, it definitely is useful for me because I can think, oh, somebody else who is thinking about this stuff thinks this thing, and then that can like make me think about it. So yeah, it's always beneficial. Usually people don't have the luxury of having that kind of network of individuals who are reasonable in their in their mental processes. I don't know how to say it without sounding like an asshole, but most of the time you just you don't get that kind of thoughtfulness. So always appreciate it. But I'll see you later on. I don't know when the next evening stream will be. Maybe you'll stay up a million years and catch me the next time I do stream tomorrow, but the time is yet to be determined, so we'll see. Till next time.